Hello, class. Today we're going to meet with Helen Lawrence, who is one of our counselors here at Mount San Antonio College, and she's going to talk about the relevance of self-esteem and self-efficacy and ways to improve your self-esteem. As we learn, self-esteem and confidence is an important factor in deciding on a career that best fits you. Hi, Helen. How are you?
Hi.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, let me talk a little while about self-esteem and how you can improve your self-esteem. One of the things that you can do is to get involved in your own life. And don't let other people control you. If you let other people control you, there'll be a sense of helplessness, a lack of power. So to build self-esteem is get involved in the decisions that affect your life. Take charge of your future, and it's okay to listen to other people's advice, but at the same time you need to be able to make decisions for yourself. Second thing you can do is take negative power away from your friends and family. Many times people will dump on you and they will belittle you, criticize you, and sometimes you'll join in the criticism yourself. Sometimes we're very hard on ourselves. So instead of letting people do that to you, admit your shortcomings, tell yourself that you're working on them, and if you already have a weakness, you don't want other people making you feel bad and pointing these things out to you. You know what you need to do in order to improve. Embrace the notion that you are responsible for your own life. When you turn away from responsibilities and duties in your life, you weaken your worth. So what you want to do is identify different areas of your life where you can take on responsibilities in work, in family, in social duties, and set goals. Set goals for yourself, small goals for yourself. Another thing you can do is control that self-talk. What is self-talk? It's that little voice that you hear in your head throughout the day. This little voice seldom says good things about you. But you need to stop that self-talk. So when you hear that little voice in your head saying, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I'm not good at this, or I'm not good at that, you need to just stop and not finish that sentence. Another thing you can do is stop comparing yourself with other people. Sometimes you spend your life thinking, I'm not as pretty as Judy, or I'm not as handsome as John, or I'm not as smart as Bettina, I'm not as outgoing as James. And when you compare yourself to other people, you're telling yourself that you're not as good as they are and that you don't have much worth. So the next time you do that, or you start comparing yourself with other people, stop that and celebrate your accomplishments. Think of the positive things that you can think about yourself. Another thing is surround yourself with positive people. That to me is probably the most important thing, is to get support from positive people. If you have friends that are very negative, they're going to pull you down. And you're going to start thinking of yourself that way. So if you surround yourself with people that are upbeat and positive and high energy and enthusiastic, that's going to rub off on you, and you're going to feel better about yourself. I know, as an example, that's something that I used to do. As a counselor, when I would come home from work, people would say to me, you know, because I am a counselor, that they could just tell me all their problems and dump on me. And at one point I just said, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I let go of some of those friends that did that with me. And I started surrounding myself with people that were positive. And that made all the difference in the world. Another thing you can do is say something positive to every person that you meet every day. Positive things happen to positive people. Negative things happen to negative people. If you walk along the street and everyone that you pass, you smile at them, people are going to smile back. If you walk along that same street and you look down or you look to the side and you don't smile, how many people are going to smile at you? So you send out positive or negative energy. And the more positive energy that you send out, the more that's going to come back to you. Another thing, look for the good and you will find it. Every negative failure or problem is an opportunity to grow. So in my vocabulary, there's no such thing as failure. I make mistakes, I learn from the mistakes, and it's not a failure. And I think that's a real important one to remember.
Great.
Another one is every time you think I can't, instead say, why not? If they can do it, why not me? Every I can't means I won't. Think about that for a minute. Every I can't means I won't. Okay? There is a reading that I like to use in my class that kind of sums up about self-esteem. So here goes.
Sure.
There's a story called The Temple of the Golden Buddha. The Golden Buddha is a beautiful solid gold sculpture standing 10.5 feet tall and weighing 2.5 tons. The value of gold alone is approximately $100 million. More than 200 years ago, when the Burmese army invaded Thailand, the people in the village where the Buddha was located covered the Buddha with clay to hide its worth from the invaders. The Burmese army killed everyone in the village, so there was no one to tell the story of the clay-covered golden Buddha. In 1957, the Buddha was being moved. When it began to rain, the monks who were moving the statue, unaware that its clay was cracked, covered it with a tarpaulin. During the night, one of the monks examined the Buddha to see if it had dried. He noticed a gleam reflecting from the beam of his flashlight and risked further damage to the Buddha by using a sharp tool to chip away at the clay. The monk discovered the solid gold art that had been hidden for over 200 years. Self-esteem is very much like the golden Buddha. We all have wonderful talents and capabilities waiting to be developed, but all too often we hide those talents under poor self-esteem. By taking the proper steps and focusing on the positive things about yourself, you can begin to chip away the clay that may have covered the golden Buddha inside you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Helen. Appreciate it.
Is that good?
Yeah, very good.